It's Friday night, the lights are on, and it's time for Basha Bears football. The Bears will take on O'Connor High School in a rematch of last year's playoffs, a game which O'Connor won 27-21. I'm Ethan Schwager, alongside Daniel Linz. Daniel, what are you looking forward to seeing in this game?
It's definitely going to be interesting to see how the Bears can avenge their playoff loss from last year, only putting up 21 points, whereas earlier in the season they had a couple back-to-back huge scoring outbursts, putting up 48 in a win on the road in Canyon View, and then 56 the next game in Mesa. So definitely a big key to tonight's game is going to be getting on the board early, maintaining that momentum, and just never looking back, Ethan.
Yes, I agree, and as we see the Bears running out, this is the first time in 2 years that we could see a full capacity here, as there have been a lot loosened protocols, and now O'Connor is running out on the field also, and it's looking like we are about ready to start this game in the next coming minutes. Are you excited for this?
Definitely am. Beautiful night here, a little warm, but beautiful backdrops, mountains to the left and to the right. Just a beautiful night for football, Ethan.
It definitely is.
Basha last season opened their season with a loss, 41-31, and then another loss the next week, 28-24, before winning the next 6 games until they faced off against the same O'Connor team on the road. That game, of course, Ethan, like you said, losing in OT. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this Basha team can come back from that loss and open the season with a win.
Yeah, and we talked to the coaching staff before this game, and we were given 2 words: just watch. So I am prepared to watch and see how this team is going to rebound and how this team is prepared to dominate.
Basha, great football history in terms of D1 recruits, few players playing at Arizona State and other D1 colleges, couple at University of Arizona. Just a lot of players, Ethan, that have played on this turf field playing collegiately, so that's great to see.
Definitely.
Looks like the Bears are going to receive, and they're going to defend that south end zone. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please give your attention to the football field for our AFJ-ROTC color guard as they present our colors for our national anthem, which will be played by our very own Basha Bear Regiment.
Definitely a great job done there by the Basha High School Marching Band. O'Connor coming on the road in their all-white uniforms. Basha in the home green tops, gold bottoms, Ethan.
Yeah. And these teams look about ready to take the field, so this is going to be an interesting sight to watch as the referees are convening at the 50-yard line.
Our officiating crew this evening, head linesman Eric Stern, line judge Jeff Barker, referee Jim Foster, our back judge is Bernie Nolan, the umpire is Dan Myers. Gentlemen, have a good game. Okay, football fans, let's play some football!
And we have our upcoming schedule. After this, we got Basha will play an away game against Perry, and their next home matchup is Brophy. And right now, the teams are lined up as O'Connor will be kicking off to start the game.
Definitely a lot of things to look forward to for this Basha squad, Ethan. Went 6-3 last season, including that 6 straight wins and 3-0 in league play, so there's definitely high expectations for the team.
As here is the kick. And it is taken. He will run with it. Going 20, and he's taken down around the 29-yard line.
Flag down on the play, Ethan. That's another big key to any football game, limiting the penalty yards, especially in high school.
Yeah, it's always important to limit the penalty yards. You definitely don't want to give the other team any advantage whatsoever when it comes to penalties, because that will come down and hurt you late in the game, as this team, only lost last time by 6 points, and that can really be determined by penalty yards.
Looks like, Ethan, that penalty was actually on O'Connor on the kickoff, as the refs are positioning the ball right around the 45-yard line. So stellar field position on the first drive of the game. Definitely have to capitalize on this.
Yeah, and you're like right now, you're not already. You're being put in a position that if you get a couple first downs, you're already in field goal range. So, I mean, it's a very good position as Basha is about to snap the ball. And the snap, in the shotgun, throws it, and that will be completed for a couple of yards.
Jeremiah Vessel with the reception there, nearing the first down on the first play of the game. Great pass there, great first play by sophomore quarterback Damon Williams Jr. 5'11", 165.
And it is 2nd down and 3. The snap, quick pass, and it is dropped. Looks to be an incomplete pass, and it will be 3rd down and 3 to go.
3rd down conversions, Ethan, also a huge key to any game, especially these 3rd and short situations. 3rd and 3 here, first drive of the game. Gotta capitalize.
I'd be interested to see if they're going to go for a rush play here, try to get that yardage. It's going to be interesting to see.
A little bit of confusion by Basha as to who they want in.
And he takes it, and he runs to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. It's about a 20-yard pickup for the quarterback. And Williams Jr. with a great run right there.
Definitely a nifty play on 3rd down, something I was not expecting.
And I don't think O'Connor was expecting it either, which is exactly why he did it.
Williams on the first down.
times. The quarterback showing off his wheels there. Got out of the pocket, just went all out and picked up big yardage.
Yeah, and I think that's a scary sight, knowing that he's got those wheels for O'Connor to see. As they line up, and the snap, handed off, and didn't look like much there for the junior running back Wyatt Milkovich. And it is now 2nd down and 10. Oh, it's 2nd down and 8 actually. He picked up 2 yards there on the play.
Looks like 2 receivers, 2 Williams left. One going out to his right, our far side of the field. Gonna be interesting to see the call here. Darn near in the red zone, Ethan.
Yes, it is. Second down and 8 on the 18. Big chance in the red zone here for the Basha Bears. And it's snapped. Ooh, and it is handed off. Is that going to be a first down? Check the spot.
On the carry. Inside the 10. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 10.
And that is a first down as they have the ball on the 10. What a great run there.
Looking at the roster, Ethan, doesn't look like there's too many seniors. Looks very sophomore and junior led. Just based off the first page, this team definitely looks like they're more experienced than their age.
Definitely. I mean, we've only seen one drive, but that drive has been pretty incredible so far. Let's see if they can finish it off. 1st and 10 here on the 10-yard line. Oh, and it's fumbled. Picked up. And it's running back. I cannot tell who that is, but there's a flag on the play. He's going 20 to the 10, and he's taken down at the 10. We'll see what the flag is. The flag was thrown at about the 50-yard line.
Definitely not what Basha was looking for there, Ethan. Great drive down near the 10-yard line. Maybe some miscommunication leading to a fumble. And now Basha's defense has to step up. .14 left in the first quarter. Basha just threatening, and just in the snap of a finger, now O'Connor doing the same thing.
Yeah, and we were told that this Basha team is very strong defensively, and that both teams actually, it's a very strong defensive matchup, and we're going to be able to tell here whether or not that is the case, because they're back. It's a difficult situation to be in when you were on your 10 and now you are on the other 4-yard line. But let's see if they can make a stop here. And it's handed, and that is some strong defense. No gain whatsoever.
Very strong defensive play there. On their first defensive stand of the game, Ethan, not allowing any yards. 2nd and goal from the 4.
Let's see. They'll snap it to quarterback Jay Snyder, who hands it off for no gain again. It'll be 3rd down here.
33 on the carry, wrapped up, brought down by number 19, Tyson Simmons.
And if you're Basha, you'd be very lucky here to try to hold O'Connor to a field goal. And it is handed off to number 14. Oh, and a stop behind the line of scrimmage. It is 4th down and goal. And it looks like they'll send their kicking team out there at O'Connor High School. And it's snapped. The kick is good. 3-0 O'Connor Eagles over the Basha Bears. 6:57 left in the first quarter.
Hey, football fans, want to give a special thanks to the following sponsors. Our big corporate sponsor, Bernard Chevrolet and Whataburger. Want to give a big thank you to this week's meal sponsor. That was Barro's Pizza and Portino's. You know, the best football and gridiron club wants to say thank you to all those donated.
Very strong defensive stand there, Ethan. Although Basha did give up 3, O'Connor was threatening on the goal line right off the bat. Few strong defensive plays, only giving up 3. I can't imagine that Basha's head coach or any of the coaching staff is too upset with that based off of the defense.
I mean, I think right now you're just pushing to show what you did on the last drive and hold on to the ball, because if you're holding on to the ball and you have that defense, good things are going to happen. As the kickoff is a squib kick, and it is caught at around the 35-yard line and the 30-yard line, as he'll go down just holding it, as that is where Basha will have 1st and 10.
Definitely going to be interesting to see what Basha does in response to giving up 3 points early in the first quarter. See if they can come back, match that 3, or even get a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm very interested on how Damon Williams Jr. will recover from that on last drive, and see how he will fare here.
Five-yard penalty there, Ethan. Delay of game on the offense called. Definitely not something you want to start a drive.
Yeah, especially, you definitely, we talked about penalties already, not a good penalty to have there. As it is passed, and he'll go down there. Bryson Dedmon there with the reception there, and didn't pick up much at all. Actually, it was a gain of 3, so they're still 2nd and 12. Williams snapped it. Oh, and is he going to run with it? Yes, he is, but he does not get anywhere with that one.
Williams really having to show off the wheels early on. Not much in terms of open receivers, so he just has to get out and maybe get a few yards, Ethan. Definitely something maybe to look at.
Yeah, it definitely is, and it looks like Cole Martin is coming back onto the field. Maybe he will be of some use for Basha here on this 3rd and 12, as he is lined up on the right side. Snapped back. Williams fires it, and it is dropped there by Jeremiah Vessel. 4th down, it looks like Basha's going to have to punt here.
Basha's defense definitely going to have to come up big on this next drive. Don't want to go down 6-0 or potentially 10-0 in the first.
And don't discount special teams right here. You could see a very, very good punt, and we'll see how that very, very important for this game, because if their defense can perform well, it'll put them back in a position that they definitely want to be in. High punt. Let's see, and it's going to bounce back around the 40. It's going to be stopped at around the 39. So decent field position for the O'Connor Eagles. We'll see what they can do with it. First and 10 for O'Connor. The ball is snapped, handed off, and a short pickup for number 33 on O'Connor. That is the sophomore Nathan Bias.
And Ethan, one big thing to potentially look at here, one of Basha's quarterbacks, Vessel, considered one of the best 2023 quarterbacks in the nation. Offers from Mississippi State, Michigan State, Memphis, Louisiana Monroe, Arizona State, among others. So definitely gonna be interesting to see if he has a big role in this game.
Ooh, and it looks like some movement there. I think it might have been on the defense, but it's looking like it's a false start maybe. Waiting to hear the official call on it. And it looks like it's going to be a false start. Oh, wait. Let's see. No, it's going to be an offside.
Still second down. Second down, 47-yard line.
O'Connor snaps it, handed off. Gets a few yards there. Is that going to be enough? It looks like it is. First down, I think, for O'Connor Eagles. And yes, the chains are moving.
3-0 still a score, Ethan. 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. But this O'Connor offense looking pretty solid thus far.
And it definitely does not help to have any penalty yards. The defense for Basha looks very, very, very strong out there, but the penalties are hurting, and you cannot have these penalties in a game that, you know, was close last matchup that these two teams had. First and 10, play action there. Ooh, a little bit of pressure, and it is thrown away.
Robinson with the quarterback pressure.
Senior quarterback Jace Snyder really had nowhere to go with that. Ethan had to roll out to the right. Didn't really have any open receivers, just had to make the wise decision to get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, it was much better decision than you know, trying to find somebody and risking interception with this strong Basha defense. It is snapped, handed off again, and he is taken down behind the line. Strong defense by Basha.
Very great defensive play there, Ethan, just swarming the running back. Cole Martin actually applied pressure about 6 yards back from the line of scrimmage, slowed the running back down, eventually leading to a loss of a few yards.
Yeah, and he's a big part of this fabulous defense that Basha High School has going for them. As it is 3rd and 12, ball on the 47.
After Martin slowed the running back down, a couple 5-6 defenders from Basha came in and completed the stop.
Jay Snyder snaps the ball back, little more play action, throws it deep, and he could not find his target. It's going to be 4th down. Looks like it's going to be a punt, most likely, for O'Connor High School, as Basha will get the ball back. Snyder line back up to punt, kicks it. That's a pretty good punt. Oh, and it's a fumble. It looks to be recovered by O'Connor. What a turn of events here, as O'Connor is going to have the ball inside the red zone.
Just not really sure what happened there, Ethan. Basha just off a 4th down stop. Punt just couldn't be fielded properly. And now Basha having to come up with another big defensive stop. Just a tick under 3 minutes left. Basha in danger of going down potentially 10-0 early on.
It's the small things in this game that are becoming major. The fumbles, the being able to get your hands on the ball. It seems it's much easier said than done, but it's not working out very well for Basha, as O'Connor is about to snap the ball. And Snyder, another fake, throws it up, finds his target in the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
Basha's defense never really looked set
Oh,
there.
and it looks like a little bit of unsportsmanlike conduct in the end zone from Basha, so we'll see what happens there.
Basha's defense never really looked set there. I was watching out to the quarterback's right, nearest side to us. Nobody was on that man until just before the snap, and then some confusion right near the end zone leading to that touchdown. Now 9-0.
I mean, just a great job by quarterback Jay Snyder there, looking at all his targets, finding the man open in the corner of the end zone, and just throwing that nice pass there, wide open. That's some blown coverage right there. We'll see if Christian Mankinich can get the extra point to put the O'Connor Eagles up 10-0 here in the first quarter. Ready for the snap? And it is snapped. The kick is up. The kick is good. 10-0 O'Connor over Basha here with 2:52 left to play in the first quarter.
Pretty solid turnout here, Ethan, by the O'Connor faithful. About a 17-mile drive, just in around half an hour. Also, looking down in front of us, a great turnout from Basha's fans.
I mean, it's nice to see. Obviously, we were at 50% capacity here last year, so to be able to have everyone attend here, a lot less restrictions too. It's very, very nice to see everyone be able to make it out here. And for those that couldn't make it out, it's great to have you listening and watching here. Just beautiful to have Friday Night Lights back. And it looks like the unsportsmanlike has been added to the kick as O'Connor is going to kick it from Basha's 45. The kick is back, and it's going to be a touchback.
Basha definitely almost seeming like they should probably score on this drive. Already trailing 10-0 with just under 3 minutes in the first. Coming back on this drive, even getting 3 is going to be huge.
First and 10 here. Let's see what Damon Williams does. He snaps it. Looks back. Throws that one deep. Oh my God. What a play. He's running. He's 10. And it's a touchdown. What a play to Bryson Demond. The connection there was unstoppable. And just like that, the Basha Bears are back in this game.
I was actually watching the 5'9", 155-pound sophomore Bryson Dedman on that play the whole time. He's nearest side to us. Just got his defender to slip on a little cut back to the inside, and then Damon Williams with a great throw, leading 2-6 for Basha.
Nobody was close to him. I mean, great look by Williams, great pass, all around great play. We will see if Basha can nail this extra point to make it a 10-7 game.
Ethan, just as I was saying, this is a huge drive for Basha. They go 75 yards to the house in 12 seconds. Just like that, pending the extra point, which is
the kick
good.
looks to be good, and it is 10-7.
Definitely a great bounce back possession there by Basha. Now they just have to come back and get a stop and shift the momentum in their favor.
Football fans, want to remind you that the concession stand is open for all of your snacking needs. Tonight's special, 24-ounce ribeye bone-in, $75.50. Get on over before they run out.
Ethan, as I was saying pregame, beautiful night for football. 93 degrees with just a little bit of breeze. Just a great night to be out there.
Yeah, and that's always nice, because once it gets into October, it's just going to get a little bit cooler, and it's you have to be able to be prepared in all different conditions. Obviously, this is a good condition for both teams to be playing in. 93 degrees, not too bad. And we have 2 minutes 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Already been an exhilarating game.
Hey, football fans, want to remind you that this is the Swagger Sports Center in the concession stand for all your passion football gear. As the game day is shown and recorded. Go Bears!
As the teams retake the field here, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what O'Connor drew up in that little break. See if they can come back and extend the lead yet again.
Basha is ready to go, lining up to take the kick the ball, as I should say, probably. Got number 27, Trevor Miller, ready to kick. Takes his steps, kicks the ball. Very good by the look of it. Gonna go out the back and be a touchback.
Miller's taking the cutback. First down, Eagles.
Looking down at the Basha sideline in front of us, Ethan, they definitely look more energized than they did just a couple of drives ago. Definitely something great to see.
Snyder ready to take the snap. Takes it, hands it off, and looks to be about 1 or 2 yards picked up there as a flag is thrown. We'll see what it is.
They hit the backfield. Penalty flag on the play.
Penalty looks to be on Basha yet again.
Looks like the ball was even rolling.
I believe it may have been a holding.
First down, Eagles.
Ball just like that up to the 35, first and 10 again. Clock at 2:26 and ticking.
Snap to Snyder. He hands it off back to Jordan Covington. And he'll get the first down there.
Very sneaky play there, Ethan. Not at all what I was expecting. Covington picking up some good yardage.
Yeah, that was drawn up beautifully. And if you're O'Connor, you don't have to really worry that much right now. You can control the game. I mean, you can let the clock run out. You're winning. You seem to possess pretty well. You're not under that much pressure. And let's see what they do here. First and 10, ball on what seems to be the 45. And the snap to Snyder. Hand it off. And stuffed.
On the jacket.
I I believe that was Brian Dominguez Perez for O'Connor who was stuffed there.
Only a 1-yard pickup. Pretty good defensive response there as clock nearing a minute. Still a 10-7 score. Basha trailing at home.
The snap to Snyder. Ooh, and he fakes it, but he runs back. That was foiled easily and tackled back at the 40. A loss of 6 yards there for O'Connor and Jay Snyder.
Ethan, maybe just another case of miscommunication. Looked like there was going to be a handoff. And then Snyder rolled to his left. Just nowhere to go, nowhere to pass. Decided not to throw it away. Now bringing up a 3rd and 15. Big defensive play here coming up for Basha.
What I could tell from this first quarter so far is if you make a hole offensively, Basha is going to crack down on it.
Timeout call.
As there is a timeout called.
Timeout on the field. Timeout. Sandra Day O'Connor. That's their
O'Connor
first
High School has
timeout
taken their
of the
first timeout. They have 2 left in the half.
Hey, again, football fans, we want to thank our wonderful sponsors. They include Bartles Pizza. Liz Lane, who works with the People's Mortgage. John Keene with the Oliver Whalen team at Nova Home Loans. And your homegirl, Beverly Barrett. Thank you for supporting our Bears. Hey, wanted to send out a big happy birthday to one of our coaches. Coach Jim Schilling turned 52 this week. Everyone, so if you see him, give him a pat on the back. He looks pretty good. Happy birthday, Coach.
And we're back from timeout. 3rd and 15. Let's see what Snyder does. He's going to fake the handoff. Oh. Looking for number 4, Seisno Nika. I don't know if I said that right, but he just didn't look great, and Basha took advantage of it. 4th and 15, ball on the 40. Looks like Snyder is now going to punt.
Penalty flag. On the
Delay of
play.
game seeming to be the call here, Ethan.
The offense is going to be penalized for taking a little too much time.
Delay of game it is. Maybe that might actually be smart. Give them a little bit more room to get a punt off.
Might have been intentional, just to try to get that punt off. Not much of a bad thing to give yourself a little bit of extra space. I trust this team knows what they're doing, but we'll see.
That punt nearly blocked.
And it is a good punt. And they take down the star Cole Martin pretty easily there. Not much room for him to get a return there. 27 seconds left in the quarter. Yeah.
Penalty was thrown on the play, Ethan. Not entirely sure who it's on.
I saw a little bit of contact into the kicker, into Snyder when he was kicking. Nothing warranting, roughing the punter, but maybe just like a small, I don't know if they're picking up the flag or what, but I saw just a little bit of contact there. but it looks to be nothing much.
Penalty. Assessed to Basha. First down Bears, 26-yard line.
That penalty was called on Basha. They're at the 26-yard line.
The snap, hands it off, and multiple flags are thrown there.
Quick on the carry off the right side. Penalty flags on the play. Looks like the penalty's going to be a face mask on the defense. The personal foul in walk off 15 paces north on that one. First down Bears, 39-yard line.
It seemed to be a personal foul, and the Basha Bears have the ball. First and 10 on the 39. 20 seconds left to go in the quarter. Let's see if they get a playoff here. Snap to Williams. Goes back in the shotgun, and he runs. He's running. He goes. Past the 50. To the 40, and he's knocked out of bounds. And there was a flag thrown.
Scampers inside the 40 before he's forced out of bounds. Penalty flag on the play.
Let's see what this penalty is. I think it's going to turn out good for Basha.
Hey, once again, football fans, we want to give out a big thank
And that's the
you
end of
to
the
one
quarter,
our
so
local sponsors, Basha
what are your thoughts from that first quarter?
Definitely both sides need to limit the penalties.
wonderful over there.
Big key in this game, and also ball security. Basha had that fumble
And thank you
early
for
on.
supporting
Of course, it only resulted in 3, but still ball security has to be a big talking point.
Yeah, ball security, penalties, both things that have, skewed this game one way or another depending on the time during the quarter. You had some troubles from Basha early on, but they looked to get right back into it. Had a massive touchdown pass from Williams, and they're looking very, very strong right now as we head into the second quarter right now.
Still not entirely sure what the penalty call was, Ethan. Nothing was announced, at least that I heard.
It seemed to be probably some late hit, 10-yard penalty, actually 15-yard penalty. I think it was a personal foul there. As Williams takes the snap, throws it back in the corner. Target man is Bryson Deadman, and he does not get it, but a good look there for Deadman Williams Jr.
Williams really had a lot of heat coming at him there, Ethan. Few men broke through the line, applied pressure. Maybe that altered the outcome of that pass.
Yeah, it was a good look. His target man was there until he wasn't. Too late. He attempted the pass, didn't go through. Not the biggest deal. Now you got 2nd and 10 on the 25. And he hands it off, stopped, and keeps going. Gets stopped at the 20, That is a pretty strong pickup, 5-yard pickup there. And Basha is in very good position right now with the ball in the 19.
3rd and 5 here, big third down early in the second quarter. Basha still trailing 10-7.
Dedman snaps it, and it is thrown back to Dedman, and Dedman goes down. Yeah, snap by Williams, throws it back to Dedman. Didn't work out that well, and it looks like they might bring out the field goal team here.
Not entirely sure what the call was there, Ethan, on offense, losing 7 yards. Is the Basha offense.
4th and 12 here, as there seems to be some communication on what is going on. Looks to be a timeout for Basha.
Timeout on the field, timeout Basha. That's their first timeout of the half. Hey, football fans, want to thank again our many wonderful sponsors, including AZ Perio, Code Steel, Desert Shores Pediatrics, and EOS Fitness. Thank you for supporting our Bears.
Fourth and 12 here for the Bears.
Kind of an interesting call here, Ethan.
It appears they're going for it. I mean, I think you're in an interesting position. It would be a long field goal if they went for it, but they're putting a lot of faith in Damon Williams here, as I believe they just called another timeout. Really thinking over this. This is a crucial part of the game, and it's going to be very interesting to see what Basha goes with here. After going over things here, it looks like they're going to continue with the plan to go for it. 4th and 12 on the 28. Williams in the shotgun. Snaps back. Throws it. In the corner. Looks to be complete. Oh, and he's out of bounds. Unlucky break for Basha, as that is going to be decent field position for the O'Connor Eagles.
Great play call there, Ethan, too. Had a man wide open, connected with him, just couldn't get a foot in bounds. 10-19 in the second quarter. Basha, great opportunity to score there, squandered, still trailing 10-7.
Yeah, and it was just a rough situation to be in because you're not going to punt it there, and it seemed like a kind of long field goal. So really, really interesting situation that Basha was in there as Jay Snyder is about to take the snap, hands it off, and he's rushing. Oh, and it was fumbled. And I believe it'll stay with O'Connor at the 40-yard line.
Looks like there's a fumble on the ready, recovered by the Eagles. First down Eagles, 41-yard line.
First and 10. First and 10, ball on the 41. And short gain off the rush for O'Connor. It'll be 2nd and 6 for O'Connor. Snyder hands it off. Looks to be a short gain for running back Nathan Bias.
Short gain for the Eagles brings up third down.
Ethan Basha in another big third down situation here. Third and very short. Ball right around midfield.
Let's see what they go with here. And it's handed off. Not many holes to run through for number 14, Brian Dominguez-Perez, as he looks to be stopped there.
No gain on the play brings up fourth down for the Eagles.
So it'll be 4th and 2 for the Eagles.
Ethan, just under 8 minutes. It looks like O'Connor is setting up to go for it. Ball right around midfield. Very interesting play calls, as I believe a timeout is called.
Timeout call. Timeout on the field. Timeout, Sandra Day O'Connor. That's their third and final timeout of the half. Hey, football fans, I want to remind you that volunteers help create our wonderful game day experience here at Basha, so please consider volunteering. There are spots available for everyone. You can work the concession stand, help set up the stadium, help clean up after. You can even bring ice cream up to the press box. These are all the jobs needed by volunteers. So please, help out.
Fourth and 1. Hand it off, and they'll easily get it. Number 9, Brandon Craddock with the rush there. He found a hole right there in the middle, went right through, got a decent yard gain, and great position for the O'Connor Eagles to be in right now.
Basha definitely hoping for a stop there about midway through this second quarter. Couldn't get it, and now their defense has to stay on the field.
And it is handed off down to the... It's definitely a first down. I don't know where the ball will be placed, but another great run by Brian Dominguez-Perez for O'Connor.
Number 21, Andre Morrison, trying to get the Basha faithful into it.
And it's a rush. Number 9 going down to a little past the 15. Another great run by Brandon Craddock. O'Connor's got some great rushing options here, and all of them have been coming up big consistently play after play.
Ethan, it kind of seems like this Basha defense gets confused when the quarterback drops back, and then the running back just comes out of nowhere, gets the handoff. Really seems to be throwing this Basha defense off.
Yeah, and Snyder has been using Dominguez-Perez and Nathan Bias and just a couple others to really throw him off. As there's a handoff, and he fakes it, goes the other way. Oh, and he fumbles it. It's loose. The ball is picked up by Basha. What a play there. Number 1, it started off looking like a great rush. And then Tommy Prasis picks up the ball right there, and just what a great play by this Basha defense.
Just when I was thinking, Ethan, this Basha defense looks a little depleted. They come back, force a fumble, albeit they're at the 7-yard line. Got a long ways to go, but definitely momentum. Maybe a little shift there just to take over 6 minutes. 10-7 still a score. Basha with the ball.
It started out to look like a great rush. Faked one way, went the other way, and just met up with the Basha defense and had no chance. Williams in a shotgun, and there is a flag. Seems to be a false start.
False start, Ethan. Was the call half the distance to the goal? Now making it 1st and 12 from about the 4-yard line.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do here, because Williams loves to go back in the shotgun. Let's see if he seems to be 4 wide receivers. See what he does here. Quick out of the pocket, throws it, completion to number 15, and that'll be a good completion right there.
Ethan, looked like Williams had a guy coming straight for him. Just kind of looked to be dumping it off, but actually a solid gain.
Yeah, and he seems to be very aware of his surroundings and was able to get that ball released quickly, know where he was throwing it, and that's a great pickup to not be so deep in your own territory. You don't want to be in safety, in threat of being in safety, having safety, as there is an incomplete pass to number 15, Darren Dodge Stringfellow.
Williams got absolutely lit up on that play, Ethan. A huge hit by the defense. Again, maybe impacting that pass. Basha still does have 2 timeouts if they need them. 5:10 left in the second. Basha trailing 10-7.
Four wide receivers out there for Williams. See what he does. Gets it off quick. Number 15. He's running. Stringfellow keeps going to the 40, and he's finally taken down. Massive gain there. From the 14 to the other 40. It's a big pickup there for the great sophomore, Darren Dodge Stringfellow.
Dodge Stringfellow really made something out of nothing there. I thought he was going down right near the first down marker, but instead he picks up good 30 yards after that.
And he's been heavily used here on this drive, starting to see, and you can see why. Like he's just a very, very talented player, and looks like a very reliable target for the quarterback Williams. And he gets it. That'll be about a 1-yard gain for number 21, the stud, Cole Martin. Martin, who we talked about early on, has also had a very good game here, and defensively been very strong, and he's also showing his tools offensively, showing what he can do and keeping Basha in this game as they are approaching the other end zone with 3 minutes left in the half actually. And it's thrown deep. The target was Martin, 2 guys on him, and he could not make the play. Very, very good look from Williams to try to target Martin there. Didn't work out because of the double coverage, but a very good look.
Actually, it looks like they may have called pass interference on that play, as Basha now has the ball on the 24-yard line.
That is massive for Basha, as there are 3 minutes 46 seconds left here in the first half. Oh, and it looks to be a handoff, and that looks to be number 1. Second down for the Basha Bears. And the snap, Williams throws it. Number 15 deep in the end zone, and it is a touchdown. Stringfellow again with the big catch, and that reception will lead to a touchdown to give the Basha Bears the lead. 13-10, awaiting the extra point.
Ethan, that's exactly what we're saying. Penalties come back to bite teams more than they may realize. That pass interference, 10-yard gain there for Basha, and then a couple plays later, they're in the end zone, regaining the lead.
Trevor Miller lined up to take the extra point. The kick is up, and it looks to be good. Yes, it is. 14-10, Basha Bears.
With 3:35 remaining in the second quarter, the Eagles of SCO 10, your Basha Bears 14. Hey, football fans, remember to secure your Monday Night Football square before it's too late. The table's over by the concession stand. Purchase your square today. While you're over there, grab some beer and a game day program. Go Bears.
Miller is lining up for the kickoff. Kicks it up high into the corner. They're gonna let it go out. Flag goes up. It's gonna put O'Connor in a good position. That's the one thing you do not want to do on that kickoff.
Ethan, kind of a strange strategy I've been noticing for O'Connor. They have no timeouts left. So they gotta go 60 yards in 3.5 minutes without a timeout.
Yeah, and their strategy seemed to be working well, and they thought they were in a good position. They had the lead for most of this game. Started out strong, and then that great drive there by Basha put their backs against the wall, and now they have 3 minutes without a timeout. It's a handoff, and that'll be a few yards there. I believe that was Durazo for O'Connor with the rush.
Big hit there by the Basha defense. You could hear the pads crunch from up here, Ethan. Then afterwards, a big scream let out by one of the Basha defenders. So definitely it seems like momentum has shifted in favor of the home team.
The snap, Jay Snyder finds his target for a gain of what looks to be about 5. Finding Jordan Covington there on the right side. And a flag has been thrown. We'll see what it is.
Looks like that penalty's going to go against the people.
Looks like yet another penalty on Basha, which ends up resulting in a first down for O'Connor, putting them across midfield.
And the clock continues to run. About 2.5 minutes left here in the first half. Scores 14-10 in favor of the Basha Bears. And it is handed off to number 13, Isaac Durazo. Another short gain there for the running back, the junior out of O'Connor High School.
Clock now under 2 minutes. This might be when the lack of timeouts starts to impact the drive.
The snap, and it's handed off immediately to number 9, Brandon Craddock, and that is very, very short gain, I believe.
Ethan, now the clock will continue to run
2
under
yards
a
there.
minute and a half. You definitely got to think O'Connor was hoping they kept one of those timeouts at the 38. Clock now nearing a minute.
The snap to Snyder, fakes the handoff, running back, 2 guys on him, almost sacked. Still scrambling. Throws it on the run. Finds number 15, Cole Schmeckel. And he's going to get a massive pickup. But will they be able to get back in a huddle?
Quite the play there, just in general, Ethan.
And time is going to stop because of the first down to move the chains.
Great job by Snyder, just eluding pressure for who knows how long, and then throwing a dart for the first down.
And the clock is still running. Under 40 seconds now. First down. O'Connor has to deal with time constraints. 30 seconds left. Snyder throws it, finds his receiver. Out of bounds. Makes the reception. And 24 seconds left on the clock. Second down.
Pass complete, ready for second down.
Maybe time from the 22-yard line for a couple more plays. Then either just air one out to end the half or get a long field goal off.
O'Connor seemed to be a team this half that has really relied on the running game. I wonder if they're going to continue to rely on that, or with the time constraints, try to get a pass in the end zone, or maybe try to find a target out of bounds and get him out of bounds as quick as possible. As Snyder goes back, finds his target in the end zone, diving. No flag on the play. Incomplete pass. Third down and 10, 20 seconds to go.
It's kind of what I was looking at pre-snap there, Ethan. One man was to Snyder's left. I had a sneaking suspicion that the wide receiver was going to go towards the end zone. He did just that, and then great defense by the Basha Bears.
Yeah, Covington, tried his best there. It looked to be a good play, just foiled by the defense of Basha. Third and 10 here on the 22. 20 seconds left. The snap. Faked. Scrambling in the backfield. What is Snyder going to do? Throws it to the right side. And it's caught! What a catch! Number 24, Brevin Seisnica with the catch there.
Very interesting again there, Ethan. Snyder really having to just scramble around and just hope for the best. And it worked out yet again, finding an open receiver. Basha finding themselves down yet again.
He seemed to be throwing on the run across his body. That is something that I don't know how he pulled it off, but he did. What a play there for O'Connor as they take the lead, and we'll see if they can notch the extra point to make it 17-14. The kick is good. 17-14, 9 seconds left.
Something I definitely noticed, Ethan, on just that drive especially, was the O'Connor linemen kind of letting the Basha frontline defense get through, get to the quarterback, nearly sacked 2 or 3 times on that drive alone. Somehow getting out of it was Snyder, resulting in 7. Quite the drive there. Quite the clock management. Just impressive drive all around.
And it seems like Snyder hasn't really been throwing the ball as much as he's been handing it off. And for him to come up that big, initially trying to maybe, find a much easier pass or even run the ball himself, escaping a couple guys, finding somebody in the corner, throwing it up, and making the play. Just fantastic football IQ there from the quarterback, Jay Snyder. Just about 10 seconds left. O'Connor is going to kick off. And it's going to be a squib. Picked up, touched. Martin runs with it. He's running. He's still going. Trips on his teammate. He's still going to the 40. Through the flag down. 50. Back to the 40. And he's taken down. We'll see what the flag is, but that seems that it might be the half.
Penalty flag on the play.
Did you see anything that might have warranted a flag there?
I did not. It looks like the refs are still trying to discuss it.
Holding, it seems to be, on the receiving team. It looks like that will be the half. Great half of football here. Basha 14 and 17 for the visitors, O'Connor. So 17 to 14 going to halftime. What a rematch of last year's playoff matchup this has been so far in the first half. We'll be back in the second half.
Okay, football fans. Now preparing on the field your 2021 Basha Bear Regiment. They are under the direction of Drum Majors Julia Baines and Zoe Robinson. Tonight, the regiment is going to be performing their 2021 production, Guide Me Home. The regiment is under the direction of directors Miles Denny and Kevin Joseph. Staff includes Ben Goody, Joseph Manuel, Olivia Atala, Zach Shirley, Alex Wynn, Aaron Whelan, Juan Olivios, Tess Evans, Nolan Morse, Josh
We are back here at Basha High School. The score 17 for O'Connor and 14 for the Basha Bears. I'm Ethan Schwager alongside Daniel Linz. Daniel, what adjustments do both teams need to make for the second half?
Definitely, Ethan, as we were saying in the first half, ball security, a huge concern. Few fumbles early on, as well as penalties. Penalties have played huge roles in both sides of the ball. Defensive penalties have led to touchdowns for both teams. So definitely clean up the penalties.
And Basha is lining up for the kickoff. The ball is kicked. It'll be in play, and it'll be returned out to the 10. Does a juke to the 20, and he is finally taken down. Solid 20 yards there for Brian Dominguez Perez on the return.
Basha definitely going to have to come out with the same intensity that they had in that second quarter on both sides of the ball, Ethan. Get a few, maybe a defensive stop here, come down and score, repeat the process. Definitely going to be a big key is this first drive on defense.
Yeah, and I think you can expect, from what we saw in the first half, I think you can expect a strong run game from O'Connor, and they've got multiple options back there with Durazo and Dominguez Perez and Nathan Baez. So we'll see what they go with here as it is handed off to Isaac Durazo, and it seems that he may have been tackled behind the line of scrimmage or at the line, as it is no gain. 2nd and 10 on the 22. O'Connor breaks out of the huddle. 2nd and 10. Ball snapped to Snyder. Fakes the handoff. Looks at his targets downfield. Finds a man wide open there for a good gain. Number 88 there, Austin Molsky, the tight end. What did you see there on that play, Daniel?
More of the same from the first half, it seemed, Ethan. Just quarterback had to scramble, make something out of nothing, and he ended up doing so.
And that was a good pickup for a 1st and 10.
Definitely seems like Snyder is scrambling a lot more than maybe he's even used to or comfortable with, something both sides will have to address.
And there is a flag there. Looks like it might have been a delay of game. As it is 1st and 15. Snyder comes back on the field after quickly going to the sideline. Look, and I mean, the game is in his hands right now. The game is in O'Connor's hands. Great momentum after the last drive of the first half. Let's see what he does here. Snaps it back, hands it off, and it looks to be Dominguez Perez with the short rush there. No gain on the rush. Or short gain, actually. 2 yards there. Still 2nd and 13 now for O'Connor. And he fakes the handoff, throws it down. A great defensive stop by Basha there.
Looks like Snyder actually came up limping on that play. Has to go to the sideline.
And it's third down here. And for somebody who's not very comfortable, seemingly, of going back in the shotgun, like Snyder, because we haven't seen that much of that in this game, it's going to be really interesting to see what he goes to here. Obviously, we saw that great play where he threw across his body in the first half. But this is a different situation as he's on his own side of the field. Let's see what he does here. Hands it off to Dominguez Perez. Didn't work out very well. Hardly a gain, if any, right there, as he stays around the line of scrimmage.
Ethan, not to correct you, but quarterback Ethan Young actually in the game currently. Snyder came up limping on that third down play. On the second down play, actually, came up limping, had to go to the sideline. So backup Ethan Young had to come in for that third down handoff.
And that's going to make it interesting here because they're going to the punt, and Snyder is also the starting punter, so he is not the one kicking the ball right now. And the kick is not going to be picked up. Some contact on the field, no flags down. The ball is on the 32-yard line for the Basha Bears.
First down, Bears. Again, football fans, we want to thank those many wonderful sponsors that help out our Basha Bear football team, including Earnhardt, the Moose Investment, Whataburger, Modestina Care, Catalyst Sales, and Ignite Physical Therapy. Thank you for supporting our Bears.
Williams gets to take a snap now for the first time of this half, I believe. And let's see what he does here. He goes back, fires it deep. Let's see. Oh, what a catch! What a catch by number 2. And it's a touchdown for Bryson Dedman. Unbelievable play right there. Just incredible knowledge of his receivers for Williams. Dedman had a one-on-one there, went up, grabbed it, and made the catch and got the yards to get into the end zone. 20-7, and they are awaiting the extra point.
Ethan, if I'm not mistaken, that is Dedman's second receiving touchdown of the game. 5'9", 155-pound sophomore with quite the grab.
The extra point is good. The score is 21-17.
Hold by Fuller, and the kick by Miller is good. With 7:53 remaining in the third quarter, the Eagles of SCO 17, your Basha Bears 21.
Kickoff, and he'll pick it up. I believe that's Dominguez, and he'll get taken down inside the 15.
Tackled by a host of Bears. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 14.
Brian Dominguez Perez just got stuffed there by an incredible defensive play
Hey, football
by
fans, more
Basha.
of those wonderful sponsors taking care of our Bears. They include the Sun Valley Church, Clean H2O Pros, the Luau Hut, and Elevate Design Group. Wonderful companies, thank you for supporting our Bears.
First and 10 for O'Connor on the 14th. And Ethan Young decided to hand off the ball for not much of a gain at all.
Ethan, it's kind of crazy how fast things have changed in this game. Basha went down early on, just like that. They're up 21-17, and 2 of their 3 touchdowns have been big plays. I believe one of 68 yards and another of 75.
It's been incredible to watch. Young fakes the handoff. He's running back under pressure, and he throws it out of bounds.
Pass falls incomplete. Penalty flag on the play.
There's a penalty on the play. He threw it out bounds. We'll see what the call is.
I believe they will call pass interference on Basha on a ball that looked uncatchable.
Penalty's going to go against the defense. After the penalty is assessed, first down Eagles 29-yard line.
First and 10, ball on the 29. Ethan Young hands it off to Brian Dominguez Perez. Short gain. It'll be second down and a lot to go.
Number 42, Ty Robinson, in that tackle. Short gain brings up second down.
Seems to be a spirit battle going on between Basha High School and O'Connor. Always nice to see the electricity that we were missing last year. Young in the pocket, throws it, and it's picked off, but there's a flag on the play. Jeremiah Vessel with the interception. The flag is in the backfield. Let's see what it is.
Vessel, Ethan, as I said, multiple D1 offers as only a junior.
The penalty is on O'Connor. It has been declined. It's Basha's ball, and the players are telling the crowd to bring up the noise. The momentum shifts in this game have been incredible. There have been many and many of them. It just seems like these teams are flip-flopping on who has the momentum, and it's going to be a nice fight to the finish for the next quarter and a half. Williams set to take the snap. Snapped, he throws it to number 15, Darren Dodge Stringfellow. It's a nice gain for a first down. Stringfellow has been a player to watch. Wouldn't you agree here?
Yeah, definitely. He's had a couple big plays. Really seems to be a big player on this Basha offense.
The fake, the throw, and an incompletion. The target there was Cole Martin.
Brings up second down.
Nice idea of a play, just didn't go through like some don't. Is 2nd and 10 on O'Connor's 35-yard line. Basha taking their time. The snap. Ooh. And he runs. Williams got men on him, and he's tackled for a good gain. I believe he got about 5 yards there.
Williams on the keeper. Off the right side. Inside the 30.
And it's going to be 3rd and 4 for the Basha Bears.
Strike to go mark at the 29-yard line. 3rd down for the Bears.
Two remaining on the play clock. And I believe a timeout was called.
Timeout call.
And it was.
Timeout on the field. Timeout, Basha.
Basha takes a timeout, avoiding the delay of game. 3rd and 4 on the 29.
Again, football fans, we want to thank Sun Valley Church, Clean H2O Pros, Luau Hut, and Elevate Design Group. Thank you for taking care of our Bears. Remember, if you need your Basha football gear, it's the Swagger Sports Tent. And while you're there, get the game day program and secure your Monday Night Football square.
Third and 4 for the Basha Bears. DeMond Williams lined up. Seems to have 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Snaps it. And he finds Deadman for a couple yards there.
That's complete to Deadman.
Now let's see the spot, and it'll be a first down.
Looks like they're going to put nose to football in 24. First down, Bears.
21-17, Basha still on top, looking to expand on that lead just under 5 minutes at 4:55 and ticking left in the third.
Williams takes a snap, and he hands it off. A few yards there.
Right up the gut.
Second down and 9. The snap. Williams finds open space in the middle, runs, keeps going, and it's going to be a touchdown. He found a hole up the middle, took it, ran right through it, and just like that, the Basha Bears have their largest lead of the game.
Quite the impressive drive there by Basha, proving not only they can have big plays for touchdowns, but also take up just about 5 minutes of game clock and wind up in the end zone as well.
And if they seal this extra point, it'll be an 11-point lead. And it seems to be good. Basha 28, O'Connor 17, 3:56 remaining in the third quarter.
With 3:56 remaining in the third quarter. The Eagles of SBO 17, your Basha Bears 28.
Trevor Miller about to kick off with Basha having their largest lead of the game. They're going to let it go out the back of the end zone, so that'll be a touchback.
And that kick is a touchback. Hey, football fans, one more time. We have so many wonderful sponsors take such good care of our football team.
Daniel, what have you seen from Basha in this third quarter that has really impressed you?
They definitely took that momentum they had from a huge second quarter and just kept it going. Like I said earlier, Ethan, not only showing they can score on huge plays, but also they can take up a lot of game clock and still wind up in the end zone.
Thank you for supporting our Bears.
And it's going to be something, a sight to see how O'Connor is going to rebound from this. Starting down 1st and 10 right here. I don't know what happened there. A handoff. Snyder's back in the game. He handed it off. And they are back in their own territory. Seems to be a loss of yards there. 2nd and 13. Second and 13. The snap. Snyder fakes the handoff, throws it, and that's a pickup of a couple yards there. I believe that is number 13, Isaac DeRazzo, for O'Connor High School.
Third down for the Eagles.
Third and 8, the official measurement from the 22. Clock stopped at 3:05 left in the third. Bash is still up 28-17.
The snap. And the throw incomplete from Jace Snyder. 4th down.
Well defended on the play by number 22.
And they're going to have to punt it here.
Brings up 4th down for the Eagles.
If you're the coach of O'Connor High School right here, if you're the coach of the Eagles, do you start to get worried now that you're down 11? You have to punt it here. You have 3 minutes remaining, and by the time you get it back, you might be down more, and it might be the 4th quarter.
I wouldn't necessarily say worry, but there's definitely things that O'Connor can improve on that can maybe put them not in a situation like this.
And the punt return, 50 to the 40 to the 30. Martin keeps going to the 20. Guys on him now, and he makes it down to about the 12. That is exactly what you do not want to happen if you're O'Connor High School. You're already down 11, and things just keep getting worse for the Eagles and keep getting better for the Bears.
Looks like they're going to mark it at the... They're going to mark it at the 13-yard line. Check that 14-yard line. 1st
2:45 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 on the 14. And Williams takes the snap, hands it off, and that's a touchdown. Things are going heavily in the favor for the Basha Bears now. 34-17, awaiting the extra point. And at this point, you have to ask, is this game over for the O'Connor Eagles? And the kick is good. It is 35-17 in favor of the Basha Bears.
And it's good. With 2:40 remaining in the third quarter. The Eagles of SCO 17, your Basha Bears 35.
Basha is getting ready to kick off the ball. 2:40 remaining in the third quarter. Up 35-17. It's out of the back of the end zone. Will be a touchback.
And the kickoff is a touchback. First down, Eagles.
Daniel, what does O'Connor High School have to do to get back in this game?
You have to have that stop and score mentality, similar to basketball in a way. Get a stop on defense, or in this case, score on this possession, score on this drive, and then come back, get a stop, and then just keep repeating that process.
Right, and that process seems to get a little harder when you go against a defensive juggernaut in this Basha team that we've seen tonight. 1st and 10 on the 25. The snap, Snyder throws it. And that'll be a nice gain there for number 80, Rovell Smith.
Looks like they're going to mark the ball at the 28-yard line. 2nd down for the Eagles.
And it's handed off. And the chains are going to be moved. 1st and 10.
In on the tackle. Looks like they're going to spot the ball just past the 30-yard line. 1st down, Eagles.
The clock is running. About a minute 30 remaining in the third quarter. Basha has a lead of 18. And a rare sighting, we're seeing Jay Snyder in the shotgun. And he goes, he's scrambling, avoiding defenders, throws it on a jump, and incomplete. I believe that's one of, if not the first time I've seen Snyder in the shotgun. And we have a minute remaining in the third quarter.
Doesn't really seem to matter what formation Snyder's in. It still kind of seems like the O-line of O'Connor is kind of porous at times, Ethan.
Right.
Snyder really having to get out and run with it more than maybe he's used to.
Right, and maybe that little bit of extra space is going to help him get some completions here and slow down the clock. And that's an incompletion there.
Well defended on the play.
How the tables have turned in this third quarter.
Third down for the Eagles.
Third down and 10 on their own 30 for O'Connor. A minute and 10 remaining in the third quarter. Snyder in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking deep. Has time. Throws it over the head of his target. Number 14, I believe. Brian Dominguez Perez. That's going to be fourth and 10. And at this point, you wonder, do they go for it? And it looks like they're going to punt it, but I mean, at one point, you have to make it stop, and you need to get points.
You gotta think if Basha gets a quick touchdown before the end of the third and the minute 6 they have left, not only could this game potentially be wrapped up, but that would be a 3-touchdown quarter for Basha if they score here.
And the punt is a good one. Caught at the 30 by Martin. He jukes out a defender. Keeps going. Keeps going. What an athlete this kid is.
Cole Martin on the return.
Got to the 50-yard line.
Pass for 45.
Just very hard to take down, it seems. And that is not good for O'Connor High School.
First down Bears, 46-yard line.
Basha are in no rush right now as they have first and 10 on their own 46. The handoff, and that's a lot of yards right there. Got
Number 5, Ben Franklin on the
around
carry.
20 yards right there.
Rambles
And
past the 35. Close to the
now they're
30-yard line.
approaching field goal territory, first and 10. 45 seconds left in the third quarter.
Number 50, Kate Price. Number 53,
Basha has really made a statement after last year's playoff
Number
loss.
53, James Duran. Number 68, Braden Ossio. And number 77, Cole Irvine.
Kind of seems, Ethan, like the momentum not only has shifted, but it went from the Basha defense that almost looked depleted in a way to now being the complete opposite, where O'Connor just can't get a stop.
And the throw, Martin, and he's stuffed there right behind the line of scrimmage. Seems it's going to be like 2nd and 11. Maybe 2nd and 10.
Seems like Ethan, both teams are going to head to the sidelines, let the clock expire, and let this third quarter be over.
And that's the end of the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, the Eagles of SBO 17, your Basha Bears.
It's been an incredible third quarter. A massive momentum change. And the shift, the momentum shift has been such in favor of Basha that I don't know if O'Connor High School can come back from this. 18 points, they have 12 minutes to do it, and they have to go through Basha's defense.
Always supporting Basha Athletics, specifically on Gilbert and Chandler High. Thank you for supporting our Bears.
the start of the fourth quarter is among us. Basha ball on their opponent's 35-yard line. The snap. Williams throws it. Ooh, and Martin avoids a couple tackles, gets down to about the 12-yard line. Massive pickup
Martin with reception.
to try to ice the cake here.
Inside the 15. Looks like they're going to mark it on the...
Daniel, I'm really wondering what was going on in the locker room in the after the first half, because not like the Basha team that we saw in the first half was bad. In fact, they were the opposite of that. But this team is incredible. This team has just been performing offensively, defensively, special teams. Everyone has been contributing to this massive lead right now.
Yeah, you gotta kind of wonder if the coach lit a fire underneath them.
And the handoff to number 5, Miles Lockhart, gets a solid gain there, as they are now inside the 10-yard line.
As I was saying, you gotta kind of wonder if the Basha head coach kind of lit a fire underneath his players, because this Basha team that came out in the second half seems worlds different than the great first half team we saw.
Yeah, Coach Chris McDonald has definitely been doing something right, because this team has just looked so fantastic in their first game of the season. As a flag is down on the field, and the refs are discussing what it might be.
Okay, looks like the penalty is going to be a face mask on defense.
It's going to be a face mask on the defense. Things just keep getting worse for O'Connor High School. Handed off and stopped just short of the goal line.
Lockhart on the carry.
Basha is in a great position right now.
Looks like the ball's at the 3-yard line. Third down for the Bears.
Third down, handed off to number 1, and he's going to rush in for another touchdown.
Touchdown by number 1, Lockhart. Lockhart.
Ethan with 10:26 left in this one, a 41, possibly 42 to 17 lead for Basha. You gotta kind of wonder if this one might be on the verges of being over.
I called it as being over when they had 35. This is just getting revenge from last year's playoffs, as the kick is good. 42 to 17.
Snap by Robinson. Hold by
As I was saying though, Ethan, it kind of seems
and it's good.
like not only has a lot of momentum shifted, but it's also been just kind of the energy on both the sidelines and in the stands is totally different than it was in the first half.
Right. And the first half looked, very competitive. This half has not at all. It's been fun to watch, but it's been all Basha.
Mistaken, I'm not entirely sure if O'Connor has gotten a stop this half. To me, it seems like Basha scored on every offensive drive they've had. If not that, then they've only missed out on one.
And the kick is there. Let's see where he gets on the rush. And slips down around the 25.
Looks like number 40, Patty Green, in on the tackle there. First down, Eagles.
.10:19 remaining in the fourth quarter as Sweet Caroline is playing from the band, and Basha is feeling really good. Lot of energy here. And we'll see what O'Connor tries to do. The snap is back, and he'll go for the rush. That is quarterback Ethan Young, who is back in the game, rushing there.
Second down for the Eagles.
At this point, you have to wonder that O'Connor knows they're going to lose this, and they don't want Jay Snyder getting hurt, and it's great to give some more playing time to Ethan Young.
Snyder definitely had his bright spots this game. But like you said, Ethan, maybe it's smarter to just rest him for the rest of this game to avoid anything further from happening.
And the handoff will pick up maybe a yard or two.
Browning and Bancroft in early on the hit. Short game brings up third down.
3rd and 2 for the O'Connor Eagles. And they were trying to get movement, or
Penalty flag on the play.
and I believe that is a false start.
Bit of head start there. 5-yard penalty.
The bad keeps getting worse for the O'Connor Eagles. Third and 7. Young in a shotgun. Catches the snap and is trampled by 2 or 3 guys right there.
Sacked by number 19, Tyson. 7.
Clock now at 8:16 and ticking. Basha still in the lead, 42-17. Now they're just kind of looking for style points.
Delay of game on the offense, 5-yard penalty.
Delay of the game on the offense. Now, they may have wanted that for the kick, but at this point, does it really matter? And the punt looks to be pretty good. Got a good bounce out at about the 41.
Punt goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 45-yard line. First down, Bears.
My mistake, the 45-yard.
Good football fans want to thank Basha Grocery Store on Gilbert and Chandler Heights for being such a wonderful supporting grocery store for our Basha athletics. We also want to thank Action Gardner, Island Style Pool, Rollins and Peterson Orthodontics, and Rosani. Thank you for supporting our Bears.
First and 10 on the 45 for Basha. The snap and the reception. Solid gain for night number 2, Bryson Dedman. And at this point, Ethan Lane is in the game for Basha High School at quarterback. So we have the battle of the Ethans with Ethan Lane at quarterback for Basha and Ethan Young at quarterback for O'Connor. 2nd and 2. The snap. Fakes the pass. Throws it deep. And nowhere near the target, Isaiah Perkins. It'll be 3rd and 2 for Basha. Is 7:38 remaining on the clock in the quarter, and 8 seconds remain on the play clock. Lane in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off, and Miles Lockhart gets trampled. He got stopped by like 3 guys there. Didn't really have much of a chance. 4th and 2. The punting team is out for Basha High School, as it seems like O'Connor will get a chance to put some points on the board. And there is a flag down on the field.
Delay game on the offense.
Delay of game on Basha. 6:49 remaining to play. Miller for Basha set to punt it away. And he kicks it. They're going to let it bounce backwards to the 20-yard line.
Ball down by number 40, Patty Green. It's right there, goes down the football at the 20-yard line. First down, Eagles.
The Eagles get a chance to get their offense back out there in this 42-17 game. Ethan Young in a shotgun for O'Connor. Takes it, throws it, and that's incomplete, with the target being Brian Dominguez Perez. It's a beautiful night here in Arizona. Here in Gilbert, to be exact, and it's a beautiful night to be a fan of Basha High School football. Second and 10 on the 20. Snap back, and he's going to run with it. Young went with it himself. Got a big gain there. Got out of bounds, and it's going to be first down for O'Connor High School. Oh, no, it's going to be 3rd and 3, I believe. 3rd and 5, actually. The snap, the throw. That is not going to be enough, I don't believe.
It's brought down at the
4th down and 1 to go for O'Connor.
4th down for the Eagles.
.5:55 remaining in this game. Young in the shotgun, takes it, runs with it, throws it to number 14, Dominguez Perez, 1st down.
That's complete to Dominguez Perez. Change games to Watkins, so that's the 1st down Eagles. 43-yard line.
.5:20 remaining. Young takes a snap. There's a flag down in the backfield. Throws it. Looks like it hit the ground. And the refs are saying it's incomplete.
That ball's incomplete.
But what is the flag?
Penalty flag on the play. Looks like the penalty's going to be holding against the offense.
And I believe it's a holding against O'Connor. At this point, it's just insult to injury. The crowd is into it. The cheerleaders are into it. The Eagles are not into it. 1st and 22. In the backfield. And he is taken down. Ethan Young can't escape the pressure, and he is taken down right there.
No gain brings up 2nd down.
Not a sack, but he didn't get any yardage either. We're far enough in this game, Daniel. Where do both these teams go from here?
Both teams definitely have some things to not only learn, but like improve on. Definitely penalties, and then O'Connor just has to come out with more intensity than they did this 2nd half.
And it is handed off for a short gain.
Omri Solomon, number 62 on the tackle. Short gain.
To me, Ethan, it just kind of seems like
3rd down.
after the 1st quarter, a lot of the momentum was on the side of the Basha Bears. They went down early, and now 42-17, clock just under 4 minutes.
And that was a 2-yard gain. So now it's only... Actually, they stayed the same place. Malfunction with the scoreboard as it's 3rd and 22. Ethan Young running back. He throws it. And it is caught. It's a nice catch by wide receiver Tyson Chevo. As the Eagles will continue to have the ball and maybe get on the board one last time.
Right there, Ethan, could also be a big learning opportunity for both teams. Basha, 3rd and 22, 99 times out of 100, you'll walk out of that in a 4th down situation, but also great play there just in general by O'Connor.
Three minutes, 10 seconds remain. 1st down, the throw, the catch, and that's a 1st down. Keep going. He keeps going, and the referee is saying he's out at around the 20. 3:03 remains in this game.
At the 21-yard line. 1st down Eagles, 21-yard line.
ball on the 21. First and 10. The Eagles are in prime position to try to get a touchdown. Snap. Young with the throw. And they get a pickup of 4 to 5 yards.
Pass complete. Tackle made by Dodge Springfield. Short gain on the play. Brings up second down.
And it is 2nd and 6 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this game. Snap back. Young runs up the middle where there are a bunch of guys. And that's number 4, Wyatt Milkovich, comes in for the tackle.
By number 41, Ethan Otero.
Third and 10, 2 minutes remain.
Brings up third down for the Eagles.
The Basha Bears have 42 points, and the O'Connor Eagles have 17. Young takes the snap. And it is incomplete.
Pass ball's incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
4th and 10 for O'Connor. It'll be interesting. Do you think they're going to go for it, right?
At this point, why not go for it? Trailing 42-17 with a minute 40 left. There's really nothing to lose. Would be about a 38-yard field goal, so definitely lengthy for a high school kicker.
Young takes the snap. He looks over, looks in the end zone, lobs it to nobody. It's a turnover on downs, and with a few QB kneels,
First down Bears.
this game should be over pretty soon. 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining.
Definitely something Basha can take away from this game is knowing now that they have the ability to come out of the halftime locker room as fired up
Taking care of our Bears.
as ever.
They would include Asher Gardner, Island Style Pool, Rollins and Peterson Orthodontics, and Rosati. Thank you for supporting our Bears.
Oh, and they're going to take snaps. Hand it off.
Bring on the carry.
Just going to drain down the clock that way. Is O'Connor going to call a timeout? No, they're just going to let the game play. The crowd is making some noise. There's a minute left. And Basha is about to start their season 1-0 against the team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year. A beautiful sight to see here. And it is handed off up the middle. One more snap and that should do it.
Third down for the Bears. Hey, football fans, we want to thank Smitty and all his wonderful student trainers taking care of our Bears. Thanks, Smitty. Rose Officer Walker and our track security staff, thanks for keeping us safe. Greatly appreciate it.
And hands are being shaken here. 10 seconds remain on the clock.
Okay,
5,
football fans,
4,
looks like
everyone's
that's
congratulating
it.
everyone. And the game is over. The Basha Bears have a dominant second half performance, take all the momentum with them, and beat the team that knocked them out in the playoffs last year, 42-7.
Definitely, like you said, Ethan, a stellar second half, not allowing a single point and also putting up 3 touchdowns in the process. A lot for both teams to learn from and a lot for both teams to be proud of.
As the handshakes come around, it was just a phenomenal game to watch if you're a football fan. Got to see a lot of offense there and a lot of great defense. If you enjoyed this broadcast, thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe to Basha TV on YouTube. Final score, your Basha Bears 42, the O'Connor Eagles 17. We'll see you next time. For this broadcast, I'm Ethan Schwager, alongside Daniel Linz. Thank you so much for listening.